solving system by substitution, right? Solving system by substitution. Then we have to rearrange to work with the two equations. So two equations are, the two equations was 2x plus 3y equal 0. The second question was x plus 2y equal negative 1. Then 2x plus 3y equal 0, x plus 2y equal negative 1. We have to check in both two equations. Is there anyone can tell us which equation it will help us to find the answer? Which one will give and which one will receive? You can use the first equation. How we will know? Debolina, yes, go on.
We will use the first equation.
Use the second equation.
No, the first equation.
The what? I'm sorry.
The first equation, 2x minus y equals 6.
Now we are working in question number 6.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll use the first equation.
First
X
equation
equals y plus 4.
Rebulina. I'm sharing the screen. You can see the sheet which in front of you now. You can see the sheet.
Yes, I can see.
Yes. So we are talking about question number 6. We are talking about question number 6, which is 2x plus 3y equals 0 and x plus 2y equal negative 1. My question to whole class, which equation will start with?
I will start with the second equation, x plus 2y equals...
Why did you choose the second equation, Debo?
It's easier and...
because you found what?
And one is empty, like in x we don't have a number.
Now we have a number 1. The coefficient before x is 1. The coefficient before x is 1. Okay, then we will check we had first the coefficient in the first equation before x was 2. The coefficient before y was 3. And 2 and 3, it will not help us to find the answer. So we will check in the second equation. Second equation, we found the coefficient before x here equal how many? The coefficient before x equal how many?
1.
1, yes. Plus 2y equal negative 1. Then the second equation, this one, it will help us to find the answer. Then we are going to only rearrange, which means I'm going to keep x equal. I will transfer y to the opposite side. It will be negative 2y minus 1. Right? Then now we have negative 2y minus 1. What is the next step here, Laura? Laura, what we have to do next step? We found that x equal negative 2y minus 1. So what is the second equation? The second step, sorry.
I have the same question. I didn't do from 6 to 9.
Okay, so I'm explaining now, so please try to concentrate with me. We will check first with the coefficient for each one. Then for the first equation, we have before x, we have 2. Before 3, we have 3, so it will not help us. Second equation, we have 1x, right? So please focus on this variable. This variable, it will be the key for answer the question or to answer the question. Okay, then I'm going to rearrange. How we are going to rearrange? We are going to keep x and then we will transfer 2y to the opposite side. It will be negative 2y minus 1. Now we decided that the second equation will give, the first equation will receive. So we will back to the first equation. I have 2 and then I'm going to substitute the value of x by negative 2y minus 1, okay, plus 3y. This is equal 0. Okay, Laura? Laura, understood till this point? We took x and back to the first equation to substitute the value of x. Then We will distribute now 2 times negative 2. It will be negative 4y. 2 times negative 1, it will be negative 2. And this is plus 3y equal what يا مهاد؟ مهاد
Yes, miss.
equal how many? Equal 0. So we took from the second equation the value of x, which is x equals negative 2y minus 1, and then we will back to the first equation. We will substitute the variable x and put instead of it negative 2y minus 1 plus 3y equals 0. Third step, we will distribute 2 times negative 2, it will be negative 4y. 2 times negative 1, it will be negative 2 plus 3y equal 0. What is the next step, ya Abdullah?
Mr. Har,
Yes,
I can't, in the beginning, I can't get in the Zoom because my net was had a problem.
okay, ya Yusuf, okay. Zaina entered. Zaina? Zaina? Okay, let's continue. Then now we will combine the like term together, which is negative 4y plus 3y. It will be how many? Negative 4y plus 3y. It will be how many? Grade 9. Grade 9. Hello?
Negative y.
Negative y.
Yes.
Huh. Minus 2
2.
equal 0, right? So we can transfer negative y to the opposite side, which means y equal how many?
Negative 2.
No, yes, okay. Y equal negative 2. Now we found the value of what? The
Y.
value of y.
Y.
We have to back again to the first equation and we will say x equal, we will replace now, so I have negative 2 and then I'm going
Negative
to
2
replace
times negative 2
Right.
minus 1.
negative 2 minus 1. Okay, so the answer it will be negative 4 minus negative 4 minus 1. It will be equal how many? Negative 2 times negative 2 positive 4. 4 minus 1, it will be equal how many? 3.
3.
So the solution for this equation, it will be 3 and what? 3 and negative.
Negative 2. Negative 2.
Yes. Okay. So always from 6 to 12, we are looking for the variable which it has only one as a coefficient. Understood the
Miss, I
idea?
have a question.
Yes. In this question?
Miss, when you
Huh.
yes.
Yeah.
When you arranged the second equation,
Yes.
why did you set x equal, not y equal?
Because if you, good question, Johanna. Because if you look at the second equation, what is the coefficient before x?
1,
What is the coefficient before y?
2.
So we are looking for the variable which it has coefficient equal 1. Okay?
Okay.
For this reason,
Okay.
as I said before, we will focus on, we are going to keep only x and we will transfer y to the opposite side. If we look at question number 7, we had, could you please tell me now? Question number 7. 3x minus 2y equal 7, x plus 3y equal negative 5. Which equation we will start with?
The
First
second one.
or second? Yes, second one. And what you are going to do?
I'm going to transfer 3y to the other side. It will
Thank
be
you.
x equal
Yes.
negative 3y minus 5.
Exactly, exactly. So it will be x equal negative 5 minus 3y, and then we would take it and back to the first equation as the previous example. Is there any problem with this one now? You will try to solve it by yourself, and you have the model answer in our Smart School folder, Chapter 6 Algebra. Let me check with you question number 10. The length of a rectangle is 3 more than its width. So let's say at the beginning that we can call length by the letter L and the width by which letter? We can call length by the letter L
W.
Yes, and width by the letter W. So the first part, he said, the length of a rectangle is 3 more than its width. Then we are going to write the first equation, which it will be L equal W plus
W plus 3.
okay? And then the second one we are looking for, and the parameter of rectangle equal 58. So we have to write the rule first, that the parameter equal 2 times length plus width. Then I'll back to replace. We said that L equal x plus 3. And we are going to keep W the same equal 58. We will simplify W and W equal 2W plus 3, and we will distribute 2 over the parentheses. Or we can divide. If you look at the number before the parentheses, we have 2, right? And the other side you have 58. So it would be more easier if you would divide both sides by 2 instead of distributing the number over the parentheses. Then we will divide both by 2. Then we have 2W plus 3 equal 29. We will transfer 3 to the opposite side, which means 29 minus 3 divided by 2. Then we found that the W equals 13. I will take it and I will replace in the first equation. Then we will find that the length equal 60. Okay, understood? Grade 9, 2 different ways, by adding and subtracting and by multiplication and division. So as you see now, you can see my screen, right? You can see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have, yeah, okay. So we have 5 main steps. We are going to follow them to answer the question. Number 1, put the equation in a standard form. Let me remind you, what is the standard form? The standard form is ax plus by equal c. So this is the standard form. So if you find that the equation written in a slope-intercept form, you are going to rearrange to write it ax plus by equal c. Second step, determine which variable to eliminate. Then which variable you are going to deal with. You are going to deal with x or with y, and take care because you can't use or you can't deal with both two variables at the same time. You will add or subtract. It depends on the numbers which we have or solve for the variable. Look back to find the other variable, and then we will check the solution. So this is the 5 main steps which we're looking for. In this question, x plus 3y. نور العربي, you entered? نور العربي.
Yes, miss, I know I'm late.
30 minutes late, so
I
يعني
know.
recorded absent, sorry. X plus y equal 5, 3x minus y equal 7. In this question, I want to focus on x or y. So please try to check the coefficient before the first x. Try to find the coefficient before the first x. The coefficient here is what?
1.
1.
1,
And for the second one is
3.
3. Then this is 1 and this is 3. They are the same?
No,
They are the same?
No.
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 Move to the second one. You have y, the coefficient equal
1,
1. And the second one, the coefficient is
1.
negative 1. Okay?
Negative.
Then the coefficient for the first one is 1. The coefficient for the second one is negative 1. If you can find that if you found that the coefficient before the variable is the same number and its additive inverse, right? So you have here in this one, you have same, or we can say, sorry, additive inverse, right? What is the additive inverse of 1? What is the additive inverse of 1?
Negative 1.
Negative 1,
Negative.
right? So once you have a number and its additive inverse, let me ask you a question. The word additive inverse start with the letter additive inverse? Start with the letter
Mm.
A, right? Then just remember that you are going to add. Okay? Then if you found that you have the number with its additive inverse, so directly you are going to add the two equations together. Then how we are going to add the two equations together? We will make like this, and then we will start to add. 1 plus 3 equal how many? 1 plus 3 equal how many?
4x.
4x. Okay, so we have 4x. And positive y minus y. 1 minus y equal how many? 1 minus y equal how many? 1 minus 1 equal how many?
0.
0. So we will not write y. Then 5 plus 7 equal how many? Equal 12. We will
12.
divide both by 1 by 4. Then 12 divided by 4, it will be equal 3, right? Now we
Yes.
found the value of x. We will take it and we will back to replace in any one. Then let's replace in the first one. So we have 3 plus y equal
Equal 5.
5. Then y equal 5 minus 3, then
Y equal 2.
y equal 2. So what is the solution for this equation يا أدهم? The equation for this equation يا أدهم?
Yes, yes.
Yes, يا أدهم. The equation it will be how many? The solution?
Yeah. Solution set it will be 3 and 2.
Thank you for being attention يا أدهم. Then we said the first case, we are going to check the coefficient before each variable. Then for the first one, the variable equal 1. For the second, the variable equal 3. And we can't because those are totally different. Look at the second one. I have 1 and negative 1. What is the relation between 1 and the negative 1 grade 9? Ahmed Magdi.
Additive inverse.
Ahmed Magdi, what is the relation between 1 and the negative 1 يا Ahmed? Ahmed Magdi.
1 and negative 1.
What is the relation between them? 1 and negative 1. Muhammad Yasser.
Yes, Miss.
What is the relation between 1 and the negative 1?
One is one like additive inverse.
Yes.
Like
So 1 is the additive inverse of negative 1. Once you can find the number and its additive inverse, what you are going to do? Once you will find the number and its additive inverse, what you are going to do?
we will put it in a standard. We will bracket with the other variable and we see the solution.
No, we said once we have a number and its additive inverse, then we are going to add. We are going to add.
Add.
Okay?
Right.
Okay, it's your turn now. How we can solve this question, grade 9? 5x plus y equal 9, 5x minus y equal 1. Debolina, sorry, Bomika. Bomika, how we can solve this question, ya Bomika? Could you please explain to us?
Yes, we have the
I'm sorry?
yes, we have the additive inverse of 1.
Okay.
So we will eliminate that.
I couldn't hear you, ya Bomika. Please raise your voice.
Miss Sahar, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Please quickly, ya Bomika.
Miss Bomika left.
فرح محلب. فرح محلب. فرح محلب. Selma?
Okay, I'm sorry, the communication.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Har, I'm sorry, but my internet is really bad. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Could you please tell me how we can solve this question, Ya Farah? Explain to us how we can solve this question. You are going to focus on X or Y. Check the coefficient before X for the first equation. All the class unmute, please, and answer. We are going to look at the first equation.
First, we remove y and negative y.
So we have, yes, we have 1y and we have negative y.
If there's
A
a
number?
variable we
Yes,
have additive inverse, so we add.
exactly. So we have a number and its additive inverse. For this reason, we are going to add them together. So once we are going to add them together, so the answer it will be,
10x equal 10.
thank you, it will be 10x equal 10. And then we will divide both by how many?
10.
By 10. So
It will be equal 1.
it will be equal 1, and I will take it and I will back to the first equation or second, whatever. 5 times 1 plus y equal 9. So we have to find the value of y. Then the value of y, it will be equal 9
4.
minus 9 minus 5. It will be equal what? Equal 4. So the value of y equal 4. Right? So the solution for this equation, it will be 1 and
4.
4. And we can take it and we will back to check the answer like this. So it will be 5 times 1 minus 4 equal 1, and 5 times 1 minus 4 equal 1. So this is the first case if we found that we have the number and its additive inverse. So directly we are going to add. What is the second type of questions? Here in this question, we are going to add or we will subtract. You can see anything, it will help you to find the answer. This one, yes.
Yes, we have the additive inverse.
Yes, so we have the number and its additive inverse. So directly we can add them together. Then negative 2 plus 3, it will be equal 6. Negative 4y plus 4y, it will be equal 7. And then the value of x equals 7, we will take it and we will back to replace in both two equations. And the answer, it will be 7 and negative 6.
Mr. Har, I'm sorry for not answering, but my internet was really bad and I didn't know if you could hear me or not.
No, I hear you now. I hear you now. And I admit
I'm sorry.
I admit you many times. Don't worry, honey. I know that this has happened. Okay, for the next question or the next case. Here, in this one. 3x minus 3x negative 4y plus 1. We are going to add or we will subtract?
We will add.
We will add. Why? Because you found that you have a number and its additive inverse, right? So it's easy now.
Yes.
What about if you have a question like this? 3x plus y, 3x plus 4y. Please check the number for the coefficient before x. The coefficient before x in the first question is what?
3.
3.
And in the second
3.
question is 3.
3.
What do you notice? What do you notice here? They are what?
Same number.
Same number, okay?
Same number.
Same number. So we have same number, then we are going to subtract. Okay?
Subtract.
So once we have the number and its additive inverse, we will add. The same number, we will subtract. Which means, how we will solve this question, it will be 3 minus 3. Right? It will be how many? So we said same, we will subtract. Then it will be, sorry, I'll back to this one. Then we will subtract, so it will be 3 minus 3 equal 0. Right? And y minus 4, it will be negative 3y equal 4 minus 6 equal
-2.
-2.
Negative.
Then the value of y equal -2 over -3. It will be 2 over what? 2 over 3. I will take y and I will back to the first equation to substitute. Then we can find the value of y. The value of x, I'm sorry. If you have a choices in this question like this, he said in this one, isolate y in the first equation, add the equation, subtract the equation, or multiply the first equation by -4. Then to solve those two equations together, so we have to
Subtract the equation.
subtract the equation. Why? Because we have the same number and we will subtract. The next part for eliminations that we can multiply or we can divide one from the two equations. So we have in front of you now y equals 7 minus 2x, 4x plus y equal 5. Then first step, we have to put the equations in a standard form. So we will put the equation in a standard form. It will be 2x plus y equal 7. The second equation already written in the standard form, 4x plus y equal 5. What do you notice now? Look at the coefficient. The first one is 2. The second one is 4, right? And for the second one, I have 1 and 1. How we can solve this question directly if I want to add or subtract? We will add or we will subtract. If you want to isolate with y, if you want to work with y,
We will
Subtract.
subtract. Thank you. Yes, we will subtract. We have another way. We can say that I want to make a coefficient before x exactly the same like the second one. So the first equation, it has 2. And the second equation, it has 4. Then what we have to do, we will multiply the first equation by 2, right? Let me say the question again. I'll back to the question. So this one, I said that we can use subtract and solve it by the normal method, or I want to solve this one by multiplication. How I'm going to multiply, do it by multiplication? I will multiply the first equation by 2. So if we will multiply the first equation by 2, so it will be 4x plus grade 9,
2y
2y equal
14.
14. What is the second equation? It's 4x plus y, I didn't change anything, equal 5, right? In this case, we are going to add or to subtract?
Subtract.
We will subtract. Why?
because they are
Because the same number, the
We
same
have the same
value.
number, so we will subtract. Once you are going to make 4 minus 4, so it will be how many?
0.
2 minus
Zero.
4, so it will be 0. 2 minus 1, it will be 1y. And 14 minus 5, it will be equal how many?
9.
9. I will take the value of y and then I will back to anyone. Then it could be 4 times, 4x plus 2 times how many? The value of y was
9.
9 equal. I'm substituting now in the first or second equation?
First.
First.
First. So we have 4x plus 18 equal 14. We will transfer. So we have 4x equal 14 minus 18. It will be -4. So by the end, we found that the value of x equal -1. I will take it and I will back to any equation to substitute. It will be 4 times -1 equal -4 plus 2y equal 14. Then 14 plus 4, so we have 2y equal 14 plus 4 equal 18 divided by 2. So we found that the value of y equal 9. Okay, so the solution for this equation, we found the value of x equal.
Miss Sahar,
Yes,
Can you say again how did you get y?
You get y? In this one,
Mm.
you have 4 minus 4 equals 0, right? And after that, 2 minus 1 equal how many? Equal 1y, right? So we have the value of y. Then the value of y equal 9. We will back to substitute. It will be 4x plus 2 times 9 equal 14. Then we solve, we found the value of x equal -1. Here we want to check. This part was only to check your answer. Okay, then we found that the value of y equal 9, and also when you back to replace, you found the value of by using x equal -1 and y equal 9, you will satisfy the equation, which means we want to, here in this one, we can multiply one from the two equations to make the both two equations are the same. We can also divide the first equation by how many? We can use division. We can divide the first equation by 2, right? So it will be x plus half equals 3.5, but this one, it will make the question more harder. Okay, then today we were talking about solving system by eliminations, so we can add or subtract or multiply or divide to substitute or to solve the two equations together. Any questions so far? We have only 1 minute, so you can watch the video again, and don't hesitate to be any question you are looking for. Could you please tell me if you have any question or any part you want me to explain it again? Hello, grade 9.
Yes, miss.
Oh,
No, thank you, Mr. Sahar.
Do you have any question? So your homework, it will be in your workbook, page 45. For question 9 and 10, we have to form the two